Okay, so we are going to do a drawing lesson if you would like to join. I know some of you attempted the drawing lesson that we did last week where we worked on basic shapes, basic lines and shapes of art. And we're going to be using that topic to draw a bird. So I wanted to review that these are our shapes. We have dots and circles. So dots are any round figure that are colored in. And circles, now usually we think of circles as just a circle like that, but we are going to use the word circle as any round figure that is not colored in. Okay, so it just has to be made out of curves. And then we have three types of lines. We have angled lines that form an angle in some point, and we've all talked about angles before in every group. We have straight lines that can go in any direction, vertical, horizontal, or oblique. And then we have curved lines, so any series of curves that you would like. Okay, so if you have your paper and your pencil, we're going to just use a small marker or a pen, and you can use a pencil if you'd like, but we're just using one writing utensil for this lesson. So the first thing we're going to do is make an eye. And to make an eye, we're going to make a dot on our paper. And then we are going to draw a circle around the dot. So whatever shape you want your eye to be is the shape you are going to draw around your dot. Okay? There's my eye. All right, the next step is to make a beak. We're going to make a small angled line in front of the eye, but we're going to leave a space between the eye and the beak. So the point of the angle is going to go towards the eye. So I will draw and show you what I mean. And you can make it as big or as small as you'd like. Okay, so there's my angled line pointing towards the eye with a space in between the eye and the beak. Now we're going to draw a straight line for the middle of the beak, going away from the eye as long as you want your beak to be. Okay, so my beak is going to be a nice long beak, but you can make yours shorter, and mine is also going to be a wide beak, it looks like. My angle is pretty wide. To make the sharp point on your beak, start at the tip of the beak and draw a straight line from the tip across the top, and do the same for the bottom. So we are going to close that beak in. Okay, so I drew from the tip of my beak and I went all the way back to the beginning of my angled line, and then I did the top one too. Okay, so you're just going to close that in. Kind of looks like I made a pyramid. Okay, now we're going to draw the head. Draw a curved line over top of the head until it comes down the back of the head and stops somewhere below the beak. Then draw a curve. Oh, well, we're going to stop there. So we're going to start at the top. So we're going to start at the top of the beak and go around and down like this. So you're going to start at the top of your beak, and you're going to go around and make a curved line to make the back of the head. Then you're going to draw a curved line from the bottom of the beak downwards towards the same length as where the other curve came out, so that the neck will be in the same spot. So when I drew it, I stopped this line and this line around the same place. They're very close together on the horizontal line across. Okay. Now I'm going to draw a straight line across the bottom of the head and across the paper until it is as long as I want my bird's body to be. So however big you want your bird to be, this is what you're going to use for it. Now my line is pretty straight across. Remember how I said I had that horizontal? But your line might go a little bit this way if your two lines from the head didn't come down at the exact same spot, and that's okay. Your bird's just going to be on more of an angle, and that's fine too, because not all birds looks straight like mine, that's for sure. Okay. All right, now we're going to draw the body. So draw a curved line from the bottom of the head to make the chest. Curve it under to go across for the stomach, and then curve it back up to the straight line you made to end the body. So down and around and up. So there's my bird's body. Okay, another curved line connecting the two parts of the straight line. Now we're going to make the wing. Make an angle line from the back of the bird to the length you want your wing to be. Make feathers on it and design it any way you want. So my angled line is like this. Okay, so I started at the back of the head and I went out and I made an angle out here and back down in. Okay, so you're going to make an angled line, and you can make it as big or as small as you like. And then I'm going to use curved lines, you could use angled lines, to make the feathers. So, let's see. So I'll show you what I'm doing, and then I'll continue mine and finish mine. I'm just making feathers on it with curved lines. Add some more feathers down here. Okay, so those are my feathers. Lots of curved lines. Okay. Now the back, the other wing, and the tail are the next step. I might not have room for a tail. I started my bird too much in the middle, so my tail's gonna be very small. All right, since everybody's bird is a different size and shape, add any lines you need to close the spaces between the wing and the body to show the back of the bird. Add the other wing if you wish, coming out from behind the bird. So if you want to draw another wing, you can. If you don't want to draw a wing, you can, or you don't have to. But the other wing is going to come out from over here. So I will draw a wing just so you can see it, but you don't have to do this step if you don't want to. So I'm going to make another line here. Okay, so there's my other wing coming out the back. Kind of an angled and a curved line together, I guess I made. And then I need to make some feathers. So those are my two wings. Okay, add long U-shaped curved lines out of the back of the body for the tail and decorate the feathers. So these are kind of like our circle lines, except we're making them into long U's to make the tail. Okay. So just long U's to make the tail. Right, now we need the legs and the feet. Make single or double straight lines to create your legs where you want, and add 3 single or double curved lines for the toes. So if you want a single line, you would just do that for your feet, or for your legs. Or you could make double lines, straight lines right beside them to make double legs. And then add 3 single or double curved lines for the toes. So I'm going to make double lines. And so there are my toes. But you could also draw them like this. Where you just have single lines as your claws. Okay? You can do it any way you want. All right, now we need branches and berries for our bird. Take a brown broad tip marker. I don't have a brown one here, so I'm just going to keep using my pen. and make a straight or curved branch that comes from the edge of the paper through the feet of the bird. It says, so mine is a straight branch, just because I wasn't being creative at the moment, but you can make your branch be any shape you want. Mine's just a straight branch, but you could make it twist through, you know, it could be more angled. However you want your bird to be sitting on the branch is your choice. And then if we actually used a marker, it's going to be a nice thick line. I didn't use a marker, so I'm just going to quickly color mine in so you can see. And make sure you kind of go in between those toes because they're holding on to the branch, so they should be in the foreground. Okay. Add any design or veins on your leaves that you wish. So now we can add, take a fine tip dark colored marker and make leaves by drawing a straight line for the middle of the leaf and a curved line on either side. So for the leaves, I'm going to put some leaves out here. So I need a straight line. So I'm putting a straight line here for my first leaf, and then curved lines around it. Okay. And then those straight lines, oops, hold inside. Then those straight lines to create the inside of the leaf. And those are my veins for my leaves. Okay, and then I'm going to make a few more of those so you can make your leaves on your branch. I'm having some leaves be behind other leaves. So there's my leaves. You can also have some leaves come out, in other parts of the branch because leaves grow in other places, not just at the end. Okay, and then I could also have a branch come up behind if you want to draw another branch that's behind the bird, showing that it's kind of in a tree. And then you can also add berries if you wanted to. You could just put some berries. Berries are going to be drawn with dots. Okay, so I've got some berries on my tree. And then the last step is just to color it any way that I want to. So, I'm not a drawer. This is not my thing, but all I did was follow the instructions about lines and shapes in order to create something that looks very, very much like a bird. So I hope to see yours too. And if you'd like to share it with the class and put it in the classroom stream, you can, or if you just want to send it to us privately, you can do that too. So I hope to see your birds.